Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Dance Civilian Opinion. It's like episode 24. I'm right, guys. Episode 24. It's episode 24. Today is going to be fun. It's just everyone's opinions. That's all it is. So no one get upset. I noticed everyone's good backgrounds today, as I told them to. Do you know what I mean? My background looking lit. I feel personally. Do you know what I mean? So thank you. Episode 24. Okay. It's a political because we've already started disagreeing on things and we've all started kind of disputing different things. But I'm just gonna quickly go and mention everyone's on the live today. Someone's background is all black, so I'm going to remove them and bring them back in later. Okay, cool. So to my left. Yeah, to my left, which is me, Omar. Down below me, we got D-Mac. D-Mac, say hello.
Yo.
Thank you, brother. To my right, down below, next to D-Mac. Your lighting looks good, bro. Your lighting looks good. You're looking nice. Looking like chocolate fire and everything. Look at you get gas. All right, cool. Lamar. All right, and then Mr. Glow Hollywood look right now. Yeah, you've got a bit of a blaze on the top. So it's a bit overexposed, but you know. Taking it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. We got Kamani. Above Kamani, we got Mr. Another Brown Skin. Nice looking glowy. I'd like to take the legit quote credit for that. Yeah, for lighting. So anyone wants to also hire me for lighting, I don't just do camera work. Anyway, cool. Yeah.
ADOP up there.
We got Malachi. And then right in the middle, we got boys from the hood, from the back in the day, dancing's right now, killing it in the scene. We got Bismarck and Danai. We've got more people coming. We got more people to come in. They're gonna come a bit late. Obviously, we can only have 10, so I probably won't be able to have any more than that. Yeah, so we got Jack will be back, Lauren, and we got Zach also that will be on the live. Okay, so before I do all the big talk and everything, I just let you know I'm hosting, but I'm not really hosting, if you know what I mean. So if anything, I'm leaving it to Jack. Jack's going to be hosting this. So if anyone has any issues with anything, go speak to Jack. So the list is just people's favorite. So it's literally just who's favorite top. This is not saying that this is the top 20.
Hey, I've messed up.
I'm top 10 of the whole country. This is just basically everyone's list, and it's up to it's opinions. That's why it's called a Dance Civilian Opinion Show. I'm gonna be here on my iPad every now and then while Jack is speaking and dealing with everything, and I'm gonna be sorting it all out and just basically, seeing the comments. I'll respond to your comments. So all you got to do. Also on YouTube, I'll try and respond to your YouTube comments for anyone who's on YouTube. And now I'm going to leave these guys to start talking because while Jack was getting stuff ready, already there was arguments happening and people were having disagreements. So, yeah, go on, guys. Everyone was saying that the list, I think, Biz, you were saying something about the list all changing now.
Yeah, my list, I went through different versions of the list. My original list was 12, and then I had like 25 honorable mentions of people that I thought weren't on the list. My question was, Omar, did you put yourself in your own top 10?
Do you know what? Can I say something? I've got to learn to rate myself a bit more. I didn't put myself in the top 10.
Nah, but to be honest, I respect that. It's hard. If you feel like you deserve it, you should put yourself in your own list.
Yeah, you know it is. You know what I like about this show? What made me realize more? I realized that I want more body of work. Dan, I know already. I was speaking to him today, this week about what I had things in my head that I wanted to create and all that stuff. But I want more body of work. I think that's what this top 10 choreographers made me really think. That I want more body of work.
And that's what helped me make the list. I had this thing where I said in my list, the people in my top 10 I've seen them put their work on other bodies as opposed to using the same people all the time. I think
Okay.
it's all good teaching your crew all the time.
Yeah.
people, they should be able to do your choreography properly. But
Yeah.
it's different when you see a choreographer put work on someone else's body that ain't used to their style, and it still retains that clarity of movement. Like the movement doesn't desist because the dancers change. Either the dancers have to move and level up to that point, or it's the dancers, not the choreographer.
And you know what? Also, you just mentioned as well, because you hit the nail on the head on that one. Do you know what? And it's made my list change again. You just made my list change again. Because now I'm thinking about, I'm like, wait, the people I've picked,
Bro,
a lot of it is on their people's bodies. Like it was on their people's bodies, so it was always going to look good. Do you know what I mean?
But you've got to be consistent. So it's all good in that one killer set, but I need to see you kill it at least 3-4 times. You need to be a show closer. So like people know you're there to close the show. You're there to win a comp. And those are the people I've got on my list. And I know there's at least 2 names on my list, but people ain't put on those. It's at least 2.
Boy.
Okay. Hello, guys. Hello, everyone. I'm sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Sorry, my headphones. I need to go get my headphones in.
Can you hear me? Right?
I think I'm creating a feedback because of my speakers.
Yeah, I think you're on it. All right. Hello, everyone.
By the way, guys, this is Jack. So Jack will be taking over from here, and Jack will be talking and explaining how he's doing all this.
Yeah, all right. Hello, everyone. First of all, sorry for the long. Hey, someone in the background. You need to mute it. It's killing me. Thank you. All right. So sorry for the technical difficulties, everyone. Oh, mate, that is bad.
It's all there. What about me here?
Might be me.
No, so bad.
Can everyone hear me now, yeah?
Yeah.
You still got that now.
There's still someone in the background. Okay.
Turn your mic down and turn your speaker down. Somebody needs to turn their speaker down.
It's not us.
Alright, so basically, sorry for the difficulties, everyone, yeah? I was trying to do this. There was a bit of confusion about how I'm making the top 10 list. So it's not like everyone thinks is the best top 10 like in the UK in it. I wanted it to be a bit more personal. We had a bit of a confusion after we did the top 10. It's more like personal preference, but also a solid top 10 that you think is the top 10 best choreographers in the country. They haven't got to have like a extensive like CV behind them. They haven't got to be around for years. It's just got to be a great artist with a great career and you think they're top 10 in the UK. So the way we've gone about doing this is everyone's giving me a top 10 list, and more or less it's the top 5 that points-wise make up where they go in this. So if someone's put someone as first in their list, that gives them 5 points, and that would give them an edge over someone who's put 6, who's got like 1 point. So go first place 5 points, second place 4 points, etc.
Hey, that's hard,
Bruv,
bro.
I just made a list. I didn't do like 1 to 10. That's hard, man.
Yeah, no, it's really hard. Don't get me wrong. When I was putting this list together, yeah, I've got some Excel spreadsheet up to try and sort this out. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 9 lists here, and all together we've got about just under 50 choreographers.
Shit, then.
We've got bare people to go through. But it's taken me a while, but I've sorted it, guys. We have a top 10, yeah? We have a top 10. So, for everyone listening, this top 10 list is comprised of, or was made by, we got Shaq, we got Mali, we got Snips, we got Kamani, we got myself, we got Kobe, we got Bismarck, we got Omar, we got Lamar, we got DeJohn, and yeah, that's all I've got in my spreadsheet. I know Dan, I just joined us in it, so it will make things a bit difficult, but please share your opinion.
Because I have 12 on my list, and I could have taken 2 off. But do I say who the 2 are I'm going to take off? Because it's kind of like I baked them out, isn't it? This is a bit peak now.
I mean, you can. You have to give me a minute to do it, though.
I'm a bit like...
Keep it.
Let me when you rank them, yeah, if they're 5 and under, it won't make a difference, really. I mean, it's 1 point.
It's nice. I didn't put them. Here's the peak thing. I didn't put them in order. I just did a list.
Oh, bro. I've put it in order.
That's why I'm like, but just do what you're doing, innit?
You know what? Let's just go with the flow, innit?
Yeah, because now I'm like this.
Oh, no.
All right, well, you know what, guys? I did want to do a quick intro thing beforehand. So if it gives you time to sort out your list, sort out the list,
Okay.
and let me record it, because there was a little quick thing I wanted to bring up and talk about. But yeah, should we just go around and everyone would you call it quick representation of who they are, what crew they've danced for, all that stuff, their history, and that should give time for Biz to just send your list. And Danai's got a list. You got a list, Dan?
I'm adding in Danai's as well, yeah?
It's not in order. I made a quick list, but it's not in order of any shape or form.
Bro,
This rankings man.
So technically, you only have to do a top 5, fam. Technically.
Just organize the top 4 is pretty much.
And then throw everyone else in the list.
And then
you can't disrespect the thing. Give me 4 minutes. 4 minutes. I'll give you
A minute each person. Yeah.
oh, man.
you can't disrespect 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nah, man. You gotta put some respect on these people's names.
Fam, this is what you gotta do, a quick fire, fam. If it's your favorite, you should know it.
True. I'll swear. Look at you guys got me working under pressure now, man. Oh my, you explain. You said, you got me all flustered, man. Man's about to lose some friends. Let's go.
We can't hear you, Lauren.
Who, me?
No.
No, Lauren.
Yeah, because she's muted. So it's
Your
Kamani.
thing's on mute, Lauren.
Come on, he's on me. He's munching food, fam.
Yeah, good. I don't want to hear that.
So what's the intro, Omar?
Oh yeah, cool. Okay. Oh yeah. So what I wanted to
No, hold on, wait. Before we carry on, someone's thing is moving.
So
Someone's moving. Absolutely mad.
hello? Who is it? Hello?
Can't hear you.
Who is it?
Yes, sir.
Can't hear you.
Somebody's thing is moving mad. Somebody's thing is moving mad.
So yeah.
Hey, someone watching the stream and their camera isn't on because that's the only way we can get that feedback.
Who is it?
Is it gone?
Omar, I think it's you though, bro.
Yeah.
I can't hear you, so you're talking. You're just chatting away, fam. You're not chatting.
Yeah, but you're very quiet.
I turned myself down because I thought it was me, but now I realize it's not me.
Hey, Chris will have to.
Okay, we're gonna do this again.
It's Lamar the Zone, fam. Microphone.
It's not me.
So the Zone.
Listen,
John, I think we've established this.
listen.
Come on.
No, it's not me. I saw the
mic is on
to
mute.
the point
My
where
mic
no,
is on
listen.
mute.
I got a whole nother Wi-Fi device, so I got 3 Wi-Fi devices for one.
Wow.
That's a whole other Wi-Fi device.
Yeah, literally one literally right there, one literally above this room here, and then one in the front room.
Okay.
Do you think I could have a 5th week of you lagging? Are you mad?
Are you getting upset?
So is everyone editing their list now? Is that what's happening?
I'm not editing my list, ban it. Go on, roll with it. But let's do the intro thing because Omar don't want to do it. So we're gonna start from who should we start from? Let's start from Kamani. Introduce yourself, please. Say something about yourself.
So my name's Kamani Kadeem Pinedo Pia. I've been dancing for about like 4 years. Just as I joined IMD. Prior to IMD, I was just in that performing arts, you know. But then as soon as I joined IMD, I started going full steam with dance. Besides dance, I like videography, I like editing, got my own YouTube channel. And yeah, other than that, I'm just trying to live and maintain, stay healthy. And yeah, I'm 18 years old. I know I look kind of young. Bed's coming soon. 18 years old.
Right.
And yeah, that is me. Let's go on to Lamar, Mr. Broke but stays slept.
Well, other people out there and alive. My name is Lamar, aka Lanko. You may see me out and about here, there, not everywhere, but here, there. I'm mainly known for dancing with GD&D and IMD Legacy, but you know, there's been other stuff that I've done. But yeah, D-Mac.
We say Dijon, 18 years old, you know, been in the scene for a couple of years now. I dance for GD&D. I've been dancing with them since 2016, a strong 4 years. I now also attend New Nation Youth Company. Been dancing with them for about a year now, going on to my second. I've done various showcases. No, I'm joking you, that's it. I'm done.
No, you should have run with that, fam. What do you mean? Let the people know, fam.
We're not stating CVs.
Yeah, well,
let the people know, fam. Give the accolades, all the accolades. Let's go to Omar next.
Are we going to me now? Okay, cool. Yeah. So my name's Omar, aka Big O, aka Mr. Omar A Legion, aka the Ultimate, aka the one and only.
What was the other name again? What was it?
I don't know. What? Hey Google.
Was it what? What? Was it
AKA Remedy.
Remedy. Remedy.
That's
Yeah,
good.
Remedy.
Remedy.
Another one.
No. Anyway, so let's keep it moving.
There was something to do with Dr. Dre. What was it?
Can we move? It's my time. You all had your time to speak. Let me have my time to speak. Okay, you had your time to speak in it. Okay, and everyone knows who I am because I'm normally the host of the show, but I'm not the host of the show today. Jack's the host of the show today, and
normally
I'm the host of the. Okay, here we go. I'm the host of the most. Yeah, with a lot of banter, drinking some Fanta, but I have no Fanta.
He hasn't got Fanta.
Yeah, so I've got water.
Next.
Yeah.
Frankie, let's go to
Hi, my name is Jack Webster. So I started dancing in a crew called Fraternity UK many years ago when I was a little boy in West London. I went to an even smaller crew called IMD. They're based in East London. Done a few years there, and then eventually went to Boy Blue Entertainment. Did a year there, and now I went to uni. And dance is kind of a myth for me for the past couple of years. I can't lie. So yeah, I'm just here to chat. I can't lie to you lot. And also known as Omar's mentor. If we're moving on to Big Man.
No, we're moving on to Lauren with a long CV. Go on.
Wait, can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. My name's Lauren. Hello. I think I've been at IMD maybe like 9 years or 9 years, 10 years. I don't know. A long time ago. I danced with Boy Blue as well for a little while. I danced with Interlude. Yeah, I've been here for a little while. So yeah.
Cool.
Hey.
All right. So what I was going to talk about just before we kick off.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Excuse me. We still got more people as well. You're moving mad. It's not your day today, bro. Thank you very much. Chris wouldn't have done that, just saying. So my name is Malachi, aka Big M. I've been dancing for like 11, 12 years now. I danced for Boy Blue. It's my 10-year anniversary of them next year. It's mad. Yeah, a bit about myself. I work a lot with the youth, trying to do more in the scene outside of dance, more stuff behind the scene, you know, trying to be AD, you know, I'm Omar's new assistant director. You can vouch for me, you know, if you want to reference, follow him. But yeah, like, just trying to do some new stuff in the scene and just put myself out there. If you need anything, I'm the man. But yeah, other than that, a lot of boring stuff. But yeah,
Cool. All right.
Actually, no, Danai. Let's go to Danai. Danai's dance for everyone, so this is going to be very long.
Wow. Mally, that was not uncalled for. I really
Yeah.
hip hop's loud.
I know. He just dropped for you and then left and then went.
What's going on? What's doing good?
Just went to bus.
Down to the eye. Been here, done that. Been dancing like on this scene for about since I was 15. The Retaliation, shout our camp, old school. And then Innovate with Mr. Stefan, aka DJ Mr. S. The one that does the backflips and screw faces when he lands for some reason. I don't know where. And then obviously with Avant-Garde Youth going into AG, and then from there professionally been doing everything. Black, White, Grey, Boy Blue, Fagan's Twist, Olympics.
PPO.
I feel old being with you, man. In there, Omar and business age yet, and I already feel old. Like, what's going on?
Dana is old but young. It makes no sense at all, bro. Dana has done more than people that's older than him, and I don't even know. They don't even add up. They actually don't add up.
All right. Well, okay. So I was just gonna go as we're getting everything sorted out. I was just gonna go into the stuff that's been happening today, and while Jack gets everything ready, one of the things I was gonna conversate and talk about was: has anyone heard about this great Bake Off and this whole racism talk?
No.
Nah, it's a bit mad, isn't it? All right, cool. I'll share it with you. I'll share it, and then you tell me what you think. Yeah, I was reading it, and then I was a little bit like, "Whoa, like what's the deal?" So, I'll read it out to you. So while we get Jack, how long do you think we got before we got some time?
Basically, the list is done now, but people were sending me changes, so it's whenever I receive them. I haven't got nothing yet.
Okay, cool. So the Great British Bake Off views accused the show of racism after Surah becomes the third BAME person to be eliminated in 4 weeks and insists it cannot be a coincidence. I mean, I don't want to go too deep into this. Let me read it. The Great British Bake Off viewers have accused the show of being racist after fan favorite Surah Salviraja was eliminated, making her the third BAME person to leave the tent in just 4 weeks. In the last night's episode of Channel 4 show, the 31-year-old pharmacy worker failed to impress judges Paul Hollywood, Prue Leaf, with her raw white chocolate celebration cake during the showstopper round. The shock elimination came after diagnostics radiographer Laria, from Durham was eliminated from the Channel 4 show in week 1, while Mukbul Patel was the second BAME person to leave the tent the following week, despite contestants Rowan experiencing 3 disastrous bakes. So I don't know. Okay, the reason I brought this up was: do you feel quickly as we go? I don't know. Do we feel it's now turned into a thing where people are kind of pushing for things that are racist, or do you think it was actually racist? Reading from that,
100%, because people just get triggered from everything nowadays. But what this shows me is that rich people are better cooks. I don't know, man. I think it's people probably just everything's very, very high key sensitive nowadays. So I really doubt it is a racial thing. But it is quite strange that it's, like, what was it, 3 in a row or 4 in a row or something?
Yeah.
Come on, you couldn't look. There couldn't be that. There's no way.
Well, apparently, sorry for my bad English, one of them had disastrous bake-offs, like moments, and it went completely bad, yet somehow the judges picked them. So it could have been, but I feel sometimes we're literally now just, I don't know.
I mean, it's something new every single week. So it's like...
I don't know. It's mad.
Sometimes it isn't. I mean, it's always context sensitive, and you're not there, so it's really hard to determine or say. But I would I mean, it's TV. It wouldn't shock me if it's true, you know, because this happens on TV constantly. So it wouldn't shock me, but I really don't know.
Cool. Another subject, last subject to bring up while everything's getting all. I think we're all ready now. But this is quite an annoying subject. I don't know if anyone's heard about this, but I'll bring it up. So last week we had a situation in which where this guy right here decided to say a little thing about us, the arts. Now, I will say, I'm not sticking up for him, but I will say if you read into it, he was just implying that everyone should basically get a second profession, which is not that bad of a thing. Getting a second profession or having a second kind of fallback thing, even if it's still within the arts, is better. I've always said it. You shouldn't just say, I'm a dancer. You should be able to do dance and do more and so on. But there was also that picture that went round. It's an old picture, by the way. For anyone who doesn't really know, it was an old picture that just resurfaced. Of the, I think it was, what was it? The picture about like if you want, cyberneting or cyber. Anyone know what I'm talking about? Everyone know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Yeah. It was that. Oh, the girl's next job could be in cybernet, but she just doesn't know it yet. That one.
Well, yeah. So I mean, it's. I think the way they word it is really disgusting, and they don't realize how important the arts are. But then I think it's not for me. I wasn't surprised. I know other people were hurt, but it's no news to me. But what I will talk about is this is a kind of big kick in the teeth for because obviously dance is kind of like the sports, and if you use the parks for training in Tower Hamlets, they're charging us.
Wow. Really?
In Tower Hamlets, you're being charged. So fees of charges, fitness and license.
Space, fam. I was peed when I saw that.
Yeah, we're being charged. We're being charged. So,
Omar.
Yeah.
Bruv, back a day, bruv, this dance thing took us off the street. We weren't doing fuddy-duddy. We were in a church hall dancing, bruv.
Yeah, I know, bro. Yeah.
I think people are losing the common integrity that this is giving people who are idle otherwise something to focus and concentrate on that's productive. People don't have money, bruv. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that there isn't enough support in the arts in the first place, let alone that they're going to try and charge you for doing something which engages people at a time when mental health and mental illness is rife in the community because of the pandemic we're all trying to get through. I can't speak for everyone, but this year's been a madness for me. Yeah. And as a community, I feel like it's been a madness for all of us, whether it's people just struggling to survive. Because I know at the heat of COVID, Instagram became a free-for-all for workshops and facilitation.
Yeah, we talked about
that. People
realized
there was no future in offering free workshops and stuff, and everyone tried to monetize. And now we're kind of back in this semi-limbo period where people can use the studios, but everyone's on their hustle, bruv. Everyone is desperate to survive. And there's no guarantee it's going to be over when it's going to be over. We're just assuming. A lot of us probably assumed in 6 months from when it started, it'd be over. But look where we are. We're about to go into another lockdown, bruv. It's crazy. And bun Tower Hamlets for charging you for using a park. That is so dead.
You know what? Can I say something? You know what I'm scared of?
What?
I'm scared that this is going to be, other councils are going to see this and they're going to do the same. Yeah. I feel like that's a possibility because it happened with the blocking the roads. Apparently it started in North London and then Stratford started doing it, and now everywhere's starting to do it, where they're just blocking the local community roads.
Side roads and all that.
Yeah.
Even where I'm from in South, in Wandsworth, they suspended it because people petitioned it. So can't even do that anymore. There's no suspensions now. So it's a bit fine. It's a bit better, but it's a bit mad. It's all of these councils trying to recuperate back their money from people that did the holiday payment thing and haven't paid certain council taxes because they were like, oh, we're going to help support you, but they're getting the money back another way, innit? It's a bit mad.
Yeah, because they're raising also the areas, parking times. So areas that used to be 5:30 is now all weekend. It's like they're just it's
congestion.
crazy. Yeah,
It's a money grab.
It's really sad. It's really sad. But yeah, that was my little news for before I'm now finished my news. But yeah, that's the sadness right now. If you're in Timelets, including Victoria Park. So if you're part of the borough of Hackney, obviously, Victoria Park shares between Timelets and Hackney, including all of the London Borough of Timelets, all parks. They're charging us. They're saying that you have to have a license. The worst bit about it, you can't even have a lot. So if you have 1 to 6 sessions a week, you have to pay £480 for a group of 3 to 10 people. If you have 7 session pluses, you have to pay £720 per week. Per week. What are you charging people to even get that amount? To even, like, you're not making any money for that. So,
the cash flow, fam. There's no profit there.
That's just
mad.
Look, the murder 1,400 and bruv, you're basically paying fucking uni fees. Sorry for swearing all my days. But it's mad.
That's ridiculous, isn't it?
That's okay.
I don't even think like studios make that much in a day,
bruv.
Studios don't make that much in a day.
It's mad.
Boy. Anyway, that's my news. That's my news of the week. Jack.
Hello, everyone. Okay, so I've literally just finished that the second you just gave me the cue. And in hindsight, this is now very messed up. So apologies, everyone. So basically, from 1st to 7th, we've got single digits, more or less. So it's one person in those places. And then 10th, 9th, and 8th, there's joint winners, I guess, if you want to call that. So if we want to start with 10th, is everyone ready to go ahead?
Yep.
Yeah, why not?
Yay! Lovely, thank you. Right, so let's go around. Who did everyone put for 10th in their own personal list? We want to start with Omar.
Okay, I put.
Don't feel obliged to say if you don't want to say who it is because of personal ties and you're scared. That's fine. It's honestly right.
Okay, no, okay. When you say like that, you make me sound like.
We need to do the advisory. We need to do the thing that comes up in before Hutchin.
Let it be known, this isn't like a serious list. Like we all had like a day to sort this out.
Choreographers, please do not be DMing these young children about you hate them and that you're not going to use them and that, because we'll blacklist you as well. Thank you very much.
I'm just going to repeat for the sake of it, yeah? I'm just going to repeat for the sake of everyone joining in. This list is compromised of points where everyone ranked them in their top 10. So it's up like 10 people have put in a list, and where they rank them is determined where they are in this whole list. Just a class.
Can I start?
Go.
Yeah, go on.
My number 10. My number 10 is Mike from Archetype. I feel like he's strong guy. Obviously, I feel like if Archetype was 5 years ago, there would be a much bigger name than where they are now. But because it isn't like the groups to have the competition with, it's a bit like IMD. Like there's no one to compete with, like nowadays. And because it isn't that competition, like people can't see the work more or see him more as a choreographer.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I like that.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Should I go?
Yeah, go.
Cool. I put Sean Niles.
Nice.
I think in terms of the commercial scene, consistent cap with his work with Zoo, Dance to Excess, he's been putting in time, and I think like I'm a fan of his stuff. It's very slick. He has his target market in regards to what he does, and he's very good at it.
Cool. You want to go, Lauren?
Yeah, sure. I put Amber. She's been doing like her own company with Empress, like in the hills side of like dancing and stuff. I just think that she's really dope, and what she does, consistent as well.
Nice. Lamar?
I put Dylan because I was in his youth group for a minute, even though he didn't teach us. But I was really drawn to the way his style and choreography is.
D-Mac?
Yeah, I put in Nathaniel Williams from War because obviously he's just started up in it. I think in terms of the younger slash like middle, not just started up, but just started up in terms of like with War. But yeah, I feel like he's doing like his new style that he's kind of incorporating within the scene is kind of good. But I think in terms of his body of work compared to like the top 9, he's still got like more of a journey to go on. So, yeah, my reason for thinking.
Yeah, sorry, bro. Money? Go on.
Hello? It's me.
Huh? I said Kamani, but he's deaf, so you can go on.
Oh, yeah, cool. So my number 10 was Dylan Mayora as well. Yeah, I just originally I was doing trying to go through people who have taken their class and who have experienced their stuff, and I really enjoyed it as well. We thought, but yeah, so he'll be in my top 10. He's number 10.
Okay, and Mali.
My 10th person on my list is Kobe Yemi Turner.
Really?
Hey.
Kobe Yemi Turner.
Oh, thank you, brother.
He was just upset. He was having a go at me because I put him 10th.
I know he's about.
He's getting. He was like, "What? So this person's above me?" That's what he was saying. He's in my list, and he's still complaining, fam. There's still other choreographers I would still put. They're still in reserves, and you've made the list.
Thank you very much. I actually appreciate it a lot.
See, people don't appreciate me enough, in this world. But sorry. For me, Kobe is someone that I feel like can dive into all kind of choreographers. There's a lot of stuff that he hasn't put out there that he needs to start putting out there that I keep on cussing him about. If you know me well enough, you know that I get onto Kobe the most, as if he's my son. But yeah, from what I've seen behind closed doors, that I don't think, it sounds mad, but I don't think there's nothing that he can do. I feel like that about everyone, but him, yeah, just it's not much words needed.
That's so cool. I love your bromance. Omar?
Okay, I put Brooke.
Mm.
I believe that's right, Jack. It was Brooke, wasn't it? Yeah, on my list.
So look, I can't do this again.
Yeah, no. I was trying to make sure. I put Brooke. I put Brooke. And this is nothing. I feel like Brooke. I'm in questions of whether I should have put Brooke, only because something that was said before the beginning of before we went live and we was in the waiting room, made me go, is it a case of I say Brooke because everyone says he's the face of the group, but have I actually seen, or is it many other people? Because, for example, I found out not long ago how much Jasmine put into Plague, as well as Mukhtar and all that stuff. But I think it's a little bit like that situation where because you don't know much about a crew, and the person who's the face of the crew is the person you end up being as the face of the choreography, seen as the head honcho of that group. However, I'll stick by it and until someone corrects me one day and says to me, Omar, you know he didn't choreograph that, and have a go at me later on. And then yeah. But Brooke is I love the body of work that I have presumed or made an assumption that he made.
Yeah. So, okay, and me, I put Elliot Palmer. If everyone knows who Elliot Palmer is, he's kind of a new and I think he just scratched the top 10 for me, and I swapped him around, honestly, because everyone that we all thought about is an incredible artist, isn't it? Like, this was really hard to make. But I swapped him just to squeeze into the top 10 because I think he has a style which is similar. It's like Franklin Yu ACA sort of style, yeah, and it's like an American sort of style. But he's brought it to the UK when nobody else has done that sort of like minimalistic, really clean, technical style. And I think the reason he just fits in there above people that do that style, his creativity is unmatched. Like, it's the way he doesn't just use his body, but also like concepts he does with even pieces of clothing. I just think his creativity is like top tier. Like, I think he's sick. So I put him 10th on my list. You're always zooming on me. Please stop exposing me. I haven't got a trim, Omar. You ain't got to do this. But if everyone wants to hear the combined top 10, drum roll, please. It's short. Like I said, the first three are joint So in 10th, we have Tony Adigon, we have Chloe Dean, and Mikey Urel.
Ooh.
There's no one in this list you can say they don't belong there. Everyone belongs.
But this list must be so strong.
It's tight.
The fact that Tony and Chloe and them like in 10th place, I'm excited to know who's above that.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, fam. If they was to all do a set, it's wrong.
Yeah. Like in hindsight, we should have done this list. Like I put it ranked it 5th to 1st, and that would change it. But it should have been every single number because there's a lot of clashes. But aside from that, it's not more than three in a group. So we've got Tony, Chloe, and Mikey Urel, and I think that's pretty spot on. I can't lie. Like they definitely deserve to be in top 10 conversation. Stick artists, all three of them.
I forgot to even put him. He's Mikey on my reserve because Mikey was someone that I really was thinking about. And you know what you said about Elliot? He was in my reserve.
Yeah,
he was in Elliot.
Elliot are dope, but it's such a hard list because there's so many people that aren't going to make the list because it's only 10. So that's a preference.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I wanted it to be more personal, because if you're trying to condense it down to something like who represents the top 10, a lot of like, I would say like newer artists just get overlooked. Do you know what I mean? Oh, stop doing this. I told you. Chris would have listened the first time. Anyway, is everyone happy with that? First of all, I disagree. I can't remember who said it, but putting Dylan 10th, that is very wrong to me. That is very wrong to me. I would not have put Dylan 10th.
It's all down to preference, man.
What do
you mean by wrong, dude? What do you mean by wrong?
Remember,
you put Dylan higher.
What's his favorite? You might not have seen enough of Dylan and put him like, above that. You know what I'm saying?
It's okay. I wasn't trying to put you guys down.
I can't lie. I didn't even do it. Put down 10.
You know, the fact is, let's stop. The fact is, Jack gave enough time and Omar gave extra time for Biz and Dana to then sort theirs out, and then you were just sitting down looking like a clueless mouse. But, you know.
I'm more thinking of, have I ever seen a mouse sitting look clueless? That's what I was thinking right now. I was like, what is a clueless mouse? Of course they're clueless. Can you imagine a clueless mouse just in a corner?
Yes, well, fam. This is the first time we've seen it today, guys.
Hey, listen, you know when you talk here, you know it's just words, no sense. You're just chatting.
Hey, leave him alone.
Stand up again.
Thank you.
All right. Do we want to move on to 9th place? Should we go in the same order? Starting with
Let's do that again. You know what? I mean, this is actually sick. And it's not as mad. It's the person I put 10th didn't even end up 10th. That's crazy. That's sick.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The person you put 10th gets like the lowest point in terms of points in it. So it's where and there. And I won't be able to do this again. Anyway, Biz or Danai, who did you put for 9th?
You want to go? All right, I'll go. I put Rhea Thompson Williams as my number 9. I think what she brings to the table in terms of, she's a bit of a chameleon. She's able to do everything, but she has a very unique style of choreography that she brings that sort of like embodies her character and her performance. And I think she's a dope performer, but also as well as that, she's fire. When she's on stage and she does her own choreo, she delivers. And she's been consistent for a while now. So you better put some respect on her name. Better put some respect. Like the kids. Yeah, I'm down.
So this is why I can't be old yet, guys. I can't be old. Any of you call me uncle or any of that.
Don't judge.
I can't deal with busy.
With the foot. I got it.
Anyway, so my number 9. So just to like clarify, I think it's hard to choose my favorite because they're so different. However, I chose like 10 choreographers that make me jump out my seat to make me like, yeah, I want to be on stage doing that. If that makes sense. So number 9 has to be Keo. Keo in ADU rehearsals. Can anyone get the choreo after 2 rehearsals? It was peak. It was peak with Keo. Like when you got cut from Keel's routine, you felt it. You don't want to do this anymore because you got cut from Keel's routine, and you know that routine's gonna get like. Before Instagram was big, you knew that routine was gonna get the props it deserved.
Props.
Yeah, he's a beast still.
The cycle.
Just saying. Ex student, I taught him. Anyway. So, that's how. But you know what? I shouldn't even said that. That shows my age.
It's all right, man. Own it.
Omar,
I'm enjoying this, man. Yeah.
Jesus.
I'm kidding. I'll stop.
Lauren, you want to go?
No, it's a killer, man.
Yeah. Because obviously it's all like personal preference. The way I done my list was that I tried to put all people who like I'd taken their class or like done their choreography and like been taught by it. So it's like I've done all of their styles like in my own kind of body, if that makes sense. So ninth, I put Lamar because I like the way he teaches.
Oh, thank you.
His choreography, his energy. Oh, not you, darling. Sorry.
Come on.
But yeah, I put Lamar, and I like his videos as well. Just like overall, I think he's a good teacher.
Nice. Mr. Dope, but stays dope. E. Sorry, I tried. Terrible. Who have you got at number 9, my friend? This guy's actually a donkey. I swear down. This guy's such a donkey. Why don't you listen, fam?
Me?
Yeah, you, bro.
Oh, okay. So for my number 9, I put Tama. Main reason because he was one of my first dance teachers when I first started dancing like within the scene. And kind of like what Mally said about Kobe, there's been a lot of things that I've seen him done that not a lot of people have seen him done. I've been like, wow, like it's sick. And he's also one of the main reasons why I am the dancer that I am today, basically, to a certain extent. So yeah, I'll put him.
Very nice. Very underrated. Maldino.
I put Jaron Johnson. Reason being was like I've taken a couple of his classes at Pace. I like the style, that commercial, but like sort of hip hop style as well. It was kind of challenging to me, like with my body, so that's why I kind of liked it as well. And yeah, pretty much it.
Nice. Mali?
For me, 9th. I don't even need to explain, but yeah, Fabienne. For me, Fabienne, for like her energy and what I see, like whenever she posts, like when she does her host class, it's not even because it's just I know someone might throw in a comment that it's females. Like, okay, no, okay, cool. Not as way ahead. But no, for me, it's just something about the energy and just the presence and her as a character when she dances. Like, to me, it's up there. But yeah.
Okay. Very nice. And Omar and Dizzle.
In 9th place, and just a disclaimer, can I just say this now? My list has completely changed, but I'm gonna hold my corn and stick with the list that I originally said anyway. But my list had changed completely. But anyway, in 9th place, Chloe Dean. The reason why, I wish I kind of thought about it of like people's choreography I've taken, because then it would have been very different. There's people that I've taken and it's been amazing, but there's something about Chloe when I watch her work. I love it because I never know what I'm gonna get. In due respect to all the choreographers, some of the choreographers I've put above, in just out of respect to them, I think they're amazing. But if I'm honest, I know what they're gonna give me. Do you know what I mean? It's popcorn performance for me, not popcorn as in the popcorn movement, but I just know what I'm gonna get. With Chloe, I never know. But I think that is also a testament to how many people she's learnt from. So because she's learned from so many different people and taken so many different classes and then embodied it for herself, I feel when I watch her performances, I don't know, I'm on the edge of my seat, and I always know I'm going to enjoy myself with it, with whatever she creates. So yeah, Chloe Dean.
Very nice. Ninth, I also put Chloe Dean because as much as she's like an incredible performer and dancer herself, the bodies of work that she creates is equally just as like insane to watch. Like she, to me, just embodies every single style that she like goes out and executes flawlessly. Like I couldn't really say anything negative about her work. I think she's dope. So I put her ninth. And then overall, ninth place. Did we meet D-Mac? Did you go?
Oh,
No,
no,
D-Mac, he was out.
I came off. Yeah, my number 9 for me personally is Chantal Dor. She used to be in Bartness Personified, Crump. The reason I chose Chantal was because for me, obviously, she taught GD&D for a very long time, and the way she creates, and I feel like the way she actually like really like embodies like what she's creating is very inspirational to watch. Obviously, that's just for me personally because obviously like she taught and choreographed a lot of GD&D sets. But yeah, I've seen her perform with Bartness Personified, and I feel like as a solo artist, she can hold her own. But then even like as is like within a group, she can also hold her own. But yeah, that'll be my number 9.
Very nice. So with all that being said, sorry, this is the biggest clash of them all. This is joint 4th. Fine, there's 4 people joint 9th. I know, but after this, it's a smooth sailing. So don't worry. So in 9th, there was a bit of confusion about this, but I put Homebros as a joint choreographer pair. So Homebros, Lamar Lee, Kieran Proverbs, and Olu. That's kind of what made the joint 9. So
is it Lamar as in Lamar as in
Lamar Lee?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, the one Lauren was talking about.
Sick. Bro, you know what? If you can later on, send me this list so I can put it together and I'll just throw it up.
Yeah, of course, bro. I'll make it. I'll make it work. So what
again, that was none of my top. Again, I like this. This.
It's definitely a very mixed bag. Like as you get to the top, it's a lot closer, but it's a very mixed bag. You clearly see like the difference in like people's I guess eras that they danced in has completely like switched up the whole thing. So Homebrews, Lamali, Kieran, and Olu, and yeah. So what do we think about that?
You know what it is? I want to just go back to what Dan I said about from is it Archetype? It does show you that if because next week's show's about like is TikTok become the new platform for dance, and obviously we talked about social media before. It does kind of show you that if people aren't in the eye on social media, whatever, people don't see your body work past someone else, even if you have done it before, whatever it is, you can get missed. You can get easily missed. That's crazy.
I feel like it depends on how physically present you are in the scene. I feel like it's smart to put yourself out there on social media as well. But I think those who probably like make the list overall as well and are ranked high are the ones that have been in the scene like for a long time physically and like attend shows and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I hear that. A lot of people had Homebros. So they racked up like quite a lot of points, like I guess from 5th onwards, more or less. A lot of people included Homebros. So I put them as a pair rather than separately. So if that avoids any misunderstandings.
You know what? They're not even a pair, they're a trio, aren't they?
Yeah, technically.
Yeah. Because you got Jordan, isn't it?
We'll get to that point.
Okay, cool.
And yeah, do you guys want to move on to 7th?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, go on. Danai, Biz. Who have you got 7th?
I
can't count 8th. My bad. Sorry.
Wow.
I know. I was looking at my 8th place. I was like, this is peak.
Yeah.
That person fully got missed.
My 8th person, some of you probably wouldn't even heard of, is Luciano Blair, Mr. L Kid, aka Mr. Soundless Light. I think Lucci for me, like he's one of the first, he's probably the person that's seen my dance journey one of the longest, if that makes sense.
Yeah, he's been around the longest to see your progression.
Yeah, and like way how he used to choreograph in Retaliation, in AG, in PPO as well. It's just like you just watch him for days, and he's super humble guy. It's like Lucci, you actually sit, you should do something, and he'll be like, no. He's one of the people that wouldn't put his stuff out there and would just wait for someone to ask him to cover class, and then he will teach. And then he will go back and take everyone else's class. Like super humble guy, and I think he's dope. And like he's like, I always said it. He just needs to get back into the game and all that. But yeah, Luciano.
Oh, nice. Kimberly Taylor is my number 8. So Kimberly Taylor, for me, another pinnacle of the scene regarding like dance to excess and her own stuff. Now she's dancing professionally in LA, doing music videos and stuff like that. But she's just a beast. So I have to put some respect on her name and mention her as my top 8. So she's down. And her choreography is like next levels. I'm seeing all sorts of Rubik's Cubes in class, and she's breaking people's perceptions of movements. So I had to figure her up and put her down. So that was my number 8.
Nice. We said Zach.
How you guys? Sorry,
We're coming to you last, brother. We're doing the top 10 choreographers. We're on 8 right now.
Sorry. Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. Continue,
Oh, it's good. Lauren?
Oh, sorry. 8, I'm putting Takeoff. Just I've taken his class. I like his choreography. He pushes really hard with his group as well, like in the competition scene and training them up. But yeah, I've seen the like improvement over the years that I've watched Takeoff teach.
Oh. I can't remember the order now, but I'm just gonna go through it like the way I see it on my screen.
I know this person's already been mentioned, but I would say Mikey, basically because I've taken his class before, I've done his choreo, and personally, well, for me personally, the way I dance it really suits well and fits well within my body, and I really feel very good with it.
Okay.
So yeah.
D-Mac? Oh, sorry, come on, my bad. Sorry. Go on, D-Mac, we go, come on.
Alright, calm, yeah. My number 8 was Mikey as well, because I feel like his style of choreography is just like very like captivating to watch, and his intricacy and his creativity is like very, very like inspiring for me personally. So yeah, that's why it's my number 8.
Nice. Mozino?
Yeah, my number 8 was Ainsley Rickett. Something different, like mad creative, hella inspiring, like taking the class before, hella challenging. Just yeah, it's just something you look at and you're like, I was so amazed. I was like, raw. You just didn't say nothing, you didn't speak until the end, like when you see him dance and performing. So for him, he's my number 8.
That's one, Mali.
My 8th was, if I'm correct, Olivia Schuler. Olivia Schuler is for me, that she's just another person that's different. Yeah, creatively, like she's very different and very unique. I love her R&B stuff. She's taught me a couple times with Boy Blue. Like we've done a piece. Like we've done a piece to IMDb a couple years ago. That piece is probably one of my favorite pieces I've actually been in as well. So yeah, man, I feel like she keeps pushing herself as well. Yeah, it's getting there. She knows the right people to pick for certain pieces as well that she does. I really feel like she chooses people correctly, and she knows. But yeah, man, like she's definitely gonna be someone that's gonna definitely be there. I feel like in everyone's top 10 soon. But yeah.
Nice one. No more.
I picked Ashley Banjo. I'll tell you why. I've always deep down on a level, last 3-4 years, I've really liked his sets. I've really liked the sets. I feel it's always kept me on my heels. It's my type of sets. That kind of how do I explain it? Plague / flawless. That era. I think Biz and Dan I know what I'm talking about. It's that era. It always reminds me of that kind of like, whoa, how did they do that? What happened? What, like, do you know what I mean? And I've always liked the way he puts it together. I also picked him because I've seen his growth, because I've noticed everyone's talking about growth, and I've seen his growth from where he was 12 years ago to where he is now. But I think I was speaking to Kobe about this once. Like, we were talking about it, and how we like their sets, how we like their put together, especially recently. Yeah, so that's it.
Yeah. And Zach, I don't know if you put you on the spot here, if you've got off the top of your head like your 8th best UK choreographer.
UK, and it can be any choreographer sort of. It doesn't have to necessarily be like a team choreographer or anything like that.
Yeah, pretty much any choreographer, bro. And even if it's in that region.
All right, okay.
Conversation.
And it can be choreo game, or it can be all like any style as well.
Yeah,
like how they choreograph that style.
Just think about it. I'll just read out who I had 8th. Let me just get it up quickly. Yeah. Oh, I've lost it. So sorry. I had Robbie Miller, definitives.
All right, okay, yeah.
I put it. I was really struggling with where to put her in the list, because she's just one of them crazy unique artists. Like everyone, I feel in my one they could have sat anywhere on the list and it would have made sense. So she's in my top 10 because I think she's a dope artist and crazy.
Okay. For me, I'm gonna say this isn't. I don't necessarily think this is the person who's 8th. But I'm just saying, I know that, like, geographically, I know that this particular part of the UK is maybe underrated. So if I say 8th, then, but I think the dope possibly high, but maybe Dennis from Element. Dennis, yeah, because I know Manchester is quite underrated. So if I go there, I think I might. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, sick, man. Nice. So this is the last one that has like a clash of people. So in joint 8th, we've got Robia, we've got Tobias Elhammer. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly, and Ricky Jinx. They are joint 8th, and then everyone else after. So yeah, it was definitely it's just a complete mixed bag, really, isn't it? Like, we've got people who've chosen so many different styles. So what's everyone thinking? Because I struggled with, I don't know how everyone else felt about this. Obviously, everyone done it differently, but I personally didn't include Tobias in the UK because I considered him international.
Yeah, he did the same. I didn't include him.
Yeah, I mean, I 100% would have, but I just didn't consider him UK choreographer, even though he's obviously based here.
Well, based on that, hi, Tobias, you're off my list.
So
okay, no. I'll tell you why I would think Tobias should be on the list. He is, yes. Okay, I can see everyone smiling. I can see everyone looking at me like with their eyes ready to kill me. Yeah, he's not UK, but he works within UK and with UK artists. No?
Yeah, no, I know.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong? If I'm wrong, everyone can just tell me.
I actually agree with you. I wasn't too sure whether to include him or not. I was actually like baffled, but I don't know. For the sake of trying to fit bare people into the list, I didn't include him. I kind of used it as a cheat code. He would be in my top 10. Should we have put him in? He's a dope artist, crazy sick style.
Yeah.
All right. Do you lot want to? We'll do it this way. I'll just list off who's in what position, and then we'll just go around.
Is this now like the final list where it's just singles?
Yeah, this is just singles now. So this ain't joint.
Okay, cool. So no more talking, everyone. I want to hear this. I'm excited. Drum roll.
So now we're gonna kick off with who is in that place, and then I want to hear who everyone had and their reasons why this, that, and the other. So in 7th place, I'm so sorry if I pronounce this wrong. I don't Botis or Botis.
Bottas.
Hey, Kobe, back your boy.
You man, that's your boy. I like Kobe, bro. That's your boy.
Hey, that's Kobe's dad, fam.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm looking at that's Kobe. That's Kobe original's blood.
I'm
But
very,
Kobe used to cut pieces of shoes off and that.
I'm very sorry.
Remember that?
What? My bad. My first solo.
So please educate me, enlighten me.
Far
Go
from
on,
the
then,
norm, bruv.
Far from the norm.
Far from the norm. Just all that stuff speed.
You guys might have been rehearsal because you know IMD love a rehearsal at shows. But anyway, you know that world of dance. I don't know if you haven't seen it. It's a few years back.
And it's like it carries on for like a bit longer than you expect.
Yeah.
But it's like I don't know, it feels like it's a minute. But they're just in sync and their feet and their arms are going. But and they did a World of Dance and they came top 3.
Yeah. They were wearing that beigey, creamy.
Yeah, but they're just hitters. The whole crew are a bunch of hitters. Everyone in there is mad. It's like the Avengers. So props.
I'm not even going to lie. Botis was my number 1.
Yeah, Botis was higher on my list still.
Yeah, Botis is higher for me as well.
I feel like every time I watch the Norm set, not like saying because I was a part of it back in the day, but like every time I watch the set, I've just felt like I need to get on stage.
He has a talent for pushing dancers to an extreme. Some of the stuff I see him getting them to do on stage, I wonder if I could have done that in my prime, because there is a level of push there where they are exceeding expectations. I guess that's why they're called far from the norm, innit? Because it's far from what you'd usually expect on stage.
I've got a clip.
He's just on some next wave anyway. I feel like most of them are. So I put him higher. He was number 3 on my list.
Shall I play a clip, Jack? Shall I play?
Yeah, go, please.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you guys had him. You lot had him quite high. I can't lie. From everyone from now on, it's literally like a 2 points difference, like except for like the last 2. It's really narrow at this point.
Yeah, he's up there for me. I think he's like 5th or 5th.
If you can find that section with the
it's at the end.
If you find that Titan section and you just watch it, I don't know if you got time to put it on now.
It's at the end.
It's next levels, bruv.
It's actually peak. Them man there.
From the north.
Is this right? Shall I go? Where shall I go?
A little bit further forward, I think.
Okay. Around here?
Yeah, just go from there. I can't remember. Oh, the Pete isn't so low. And Lee.
Yeah, man. That's another beast that don't get mentioned. Lee Griffiths. Put some respect on that name.
Yeah, this section.
Just watch. That might have been the second time they do it.
It was the first time they do it.
Is it?
Yeah, because they end.
Well, I felt like it carried on for ages.
Anyway, that section, just remember that for time, innit? Because you can't remember the thing and thing.
There's another bit of this section. This section's longer.
They done it for their wild card.
Yeah.
So I think they do it earlier in the piece, but no. So a bit further back. Yeah, I think it's coming up. But can see, man, there's a level of athleticism. How many crews? When you have crews and stuff like this, you don't have this many people that can use the floor like this. You have it's the usual suspects. One sec. I thought I just put in the performance on 5 minutes time. It might not have been this version. You know?
Wait, have you seen the taste of
I
his
don't feel like he's even on the internet, bro. I don't really think he's on.
Or either way.
That's bonus for you, though, isn't it?
Well, either way,
Yeah, 100.
either way, this came second.
Yeah, I was going to say, who comes first then? Who won that?
Definitives did.
Is it that? Yeah,
I
definitive.
think it
Yeah,
was
I think
definitive.
definitives, yeah.
Sick. Yeah, that's hard. So who? What else did everyone else have for seventh then? Like roughly.
I had Tony.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So add skills.
I had Chloe. I had Chloe as my 7th.
Add skills.
I had Zach, Lohana, Northampton, Mandem. We got the Northside crew.
Bang, bang. Northside.
I had Sean.
You had Sean.
Yeah, Plague.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I had Jordan, J Funk. I put him 7th.
Same. Jordan.
Yeah.
6th.
6th place.
Oh, Zach.
Oh, Lord.
What was that?
Oh, who did you put 7th for?
7th. What's that? Did we not just do 7th?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the question?
Who would you put for 7th?
Who would I put for 7th?
Yeah.
Out of the ones that you just listed.
No, like your personal.
Your own list, your own one.
Right. Well, sorry. Omar told me kind of late. That's not Omar's fault, but yeah. So I didn't have a list. I just had like a couple of names. But I had Jordan down, J Funk. Around that, I've got him down there. So yeah.
Nice, bro.
That
What about you?
good. That sounds a pretty educated like ranking system. Yeah, go on. I'll say Jordan.
All right, nice, man. Lauren? Lauren. Snips.
You're on mute, darling.
No, she said she can't hear
No,
you.
I couldn't hear Jack. Was Jack talking to you?
Oh, who have you got for 7th?
Can anyone hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, my thing keeps crashing, and then I don't know why. So if I come off, then it's because my phone's crashing. Are we doing 7th, right?
Yeah.
We're doing 7th.
Yeah.
Okay. Olivia. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Olivia Beckford. I'm pretty sure she's from Manchester. But yeah, I've seen a lot of her choreography, and she's like proper dope. But I don't think I think she's really underrated within choreographers, but she's proper dope as well.
Okay. Nice. And then now we're getting to the very juicy end of the list. This is where it gets like everyone's definitely gonna clash. So in 6th place, we've got Dylan Merrill.
I'm not gonna lie, I actually left him off my list. So I'm happy that he's still there without my vote.
Yeah, he was ranked quite high by like fair people. He was ranked highly.
What is it, 6th, yeah?
Yeah. Who'd you have for 6th?
Me.
Mm-hmm.
Otis was my 6th.
Again?
Jade was mine.
Yeah.
Otis was my 6th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jade was my 6th.
Chris Reyes was my 6th.
Ooh.
For me, it was Home Bros. I put in 6th.
Hombros. Hombros.
I put Homebrews as well.
Don't do that.
I put the guy with the gap in his tooth.
Right.
Man came off his own thing.
What do you mean?
Ah,
What are you talking about?
Omar.
man left.
He just violated on his own foot.
Hey, that was amazing.
Omar's got to get
Like, you talking about Omar?
like some
I was like, when he said
choreographer.
I was just like, hold on.
You're not coming back to rehearsal, Jack.
No, but Omar has got to be in the top 10. I mean, this guy was like, I remember when I first came into the scene, and the sets he put together, UK history. I don't care what anyone says. Some of the goated sets, competitions in this country I've seen. So Omar hit 6 for me personally. There you go. Did I?
You made it better.
You made it better. You licked. You basically you gave me like a bandage for the wound of what you just gave me. You made me leave my own set.
No one told you to do that. You even clicked and get into it. That shows me lack of character.
Do you know what I will say? I will say thank you because I didn't even rate myself until Bismarck mentioned. He was like, "Did you put yourself in the list?" And I was like, "Oh no." So thank you, bro.
It's all right. I rate you. Who did you have for 6?
I put Jade.
Oh yeah, you said sorry.
Yeah, I put Jade.
Very nice. Did everyone say their piece?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. What?
Who Kamani? Who was your 6? Did you say it? And I
He
didn't.
said Home Bros.
He said Home Bros. My bad. Lauren, who's your 6th person?
Yeah, sorry, my thing cut out again. 6th, I'm doing India.
Mm-hmm.
I think India creates some of the sickest choreography, and I think she's so underrated. Okay, India.
Very underrated.
I agree with that. I 100% agree.
All right. Is that everyone said their piece? Yeah. Is that go?
Yeah.
Hey, what's he doing? Is he doing homework or something? Like, what's Kobe doing? Is he doing homework?
I've
Yeah,
got,
yeah.
I don't know.
What?
You're like, he got that one power that doesn't do their homework, so they got to like sit out.
He's got an assignment in the morning.
No, wait, hold on. Bring your laptop. Bring your laptop. There's not even a word on the page. It's not a letter. His name is not even on there.
You've got till 11:59, bro. Get your assignment in. You're running out of time.
He said, I'm not coming on today because I've got an assignment. He's in the background talking about his top 10 as well, having a debate with me.
Bro, uni life is stressing it.
Look, he's there, but look, he's taking notes now, innit? Look.
Hey, Kobe, tell Omar to holler at Ashley to write you a note, innit?
Alright, you lot. You know what?
Hey, yes, I love it. Getting ran today, man.
See, the thing is, I couldn't have done that, man. But anyway,
You said, bro.
I don't know. I've got a couple of different because obviously I was late to the party. I've got a couple of people written down, so I'm going to shout out. I don't know if this is 6, but Kieran from Manchester, Kieran Sims is pretty sick. Like I took his class. It's like pretty like sick. Yeah, Nathan Marsh as well. I'm not like I'm just thinking like young. Well, Nathan's not. I think Nathan's my age. And shout out as well to Tendai as well. I've took his class. It's always vibes. So, but I've got. You know what I'm gonna say because I'm looking at the people that are left. Are we at 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, so for everything included, sets and everything, I'll probably go maybe a safe one. I'll go Omar too. So yeah, shout out to the big guy.
He's guessed now. Maybe he won't leave for another 5 minutes. He might have just extended his time. All right then. Moving on. 5th place, we have J Funk. We have Jordan in 5th place.
Big Yan.
Big Yan. Looks pissed off.
I'm not gonna lie, Yan is looking like my uncle for real.
What's going on? Just done a move, fam. Look where he's moving.
Man, like,
He's waiting for the police to knock the door and that. Yan just done a move. Hood up and everything, just quiet.
Not even know.
J Funk.
Yeah, so in 5th place we have Jordan. J Funk.
That's it.
Yeah. So it'd be really hard to like dispute that. Like bare people gave him like high rating. He's easily like one of the most popping choreographers, I'd say, like right now. Like Jordan choreo is just unique. It's sick, man.
Mm.
Who are you man saying for 5th?
I said Brooke. I said Brooke for 5th.
You say 5th?
He came 5th on my list.
Why?
My top 5 are all, in my opinion, are all hitters. If I could equally rank them first, second, or third. It just came down to preference. With Brooke, I feel in terms of funk styles and stuff, Brooke is just a threat in every name, shape, and form, regarding whether it's his lock-in, it's his pop-in, his skill to like pick up on choreography. I think he's always just been really hungry. Even as a choreographer, as a battler, like he has so many different things to offer as a dancer, and his work ethic's mad, and he gets stuff done. So regarding like for me, from my perception of how things were with Plague when they went and did HHI again, I think the whole structure of that set was based around him setting stuff up, and he's like a strategist. Sorry, he's a master strategizer in terms of how he constructs sets, in terms of him as a judge, even looking at how points go down and stuff. I think it's all very strategic. It's like chess when he does competitions. He knows what. That's why he beat Royal Family that year. So he knew what he needed to do to get points. It was like, that was a flawless set. I didn't see anyone die. Everything just looked easy and textbook, and it wasn't an easy and textbook set. So he's top 5 for me. I could have easily put him higher, but then it comes down to preference.
Yeah.
But everyone I say from now onwards in my list, it's on a different day, they could have come higher or lower.
Yeah, no,
so it's like, even for me, I feel a bit like today he's 5th, tomorrow he could have been 3rd. That's how it is. It's just how I'm feeling now.
So what is this 5th?
Yeah, my 5th.
For me, it's Jordan. Jordan Franklin, my 5th. Like, there's nothing to explain there. He creates magic. That's what he does. Anyone else? No.
Pretty much, yeah. So similar to this, like my top, I could say like top 8. You could switch around, and it would more or less, it could make sense either way. So right now for 5th, I put Jade. Jade Hackett 5th, and that was the top 5 is half.
She's my 4th.
So she's my 4th as well.
Jade,
she's my 4th.
Yeah, she's my 4th. So
Jade is in that conversation no matter like what, in it. So I put her as 5th for my.
I think for me, I put Glenn Hudson. I put him 5th amongst my top 5 because with Glenn, he reminds me of someone that has decided to create a style within himself and then teach it to anyone and anybody. And I when I look at his style, I don't see many doing it. I could be wrong, but I don't see many people doing his way. A little bit like Botis for like with you, like where you look at it and you go, oh, you haven't ever seen really anyone do what the likes of Botis has done. That's what I feel like when I see Glenn. Every time he does something, I'm a little bit like, rah. And his way of listening to sound, because I'm a music producer, a lot of times I'm like, rah, you heard that? Or rah, you clocked that?
Yeah. He's hearing the stuff in between the beat.
Yeah, like what you like. I literally get gassed because the only other person I knew that was like that, but he's not a choreographer, but he's a dancer, was Javan. So when he would do that, and then, but yeah, it was, sorry, I'm not even explaining myself. It's not just about you hearing it; it's the fact he brought it to life, and all of a sudden, everyone now could hear it because he made it visible. Yeah. So that's why I said Glenn. Glenn was my fifth.
That's crazy because I put Jaden fifth and I put Glenn as my fourth. So,
Glenn's my third.
Well, Glenn's coming up. We'll get to it in a minute. Who'd you put?
Jaden fifth.
Sorry, Lauren, who's your fifth?
I'm getting pissed off with my camera now, man.
No, it's not. So my thing's really lagging. Like I can't really hear anyone talking, so I'm just kind of guessing. But fifth, I put Ricky James. So I've only taken his class. Yeah, fifth. I've only taken his class once, and it's still one of my favorite pieces that I've ever learned. And I say so. I've taken a lot of classes. So yeah, I put Ricky fifth.
Nice. Lamar, do you Yeah, go on.
I put Ollie. Because I feel like when I first came into the scene, I was seeing a lot of things that she was doing based on the fact that, Danny, she was linked to Ollie because, at the time she was in Project G. And I saw a lot of things that she was like creating, and I really looked up to it for the things that she was doing at the time. And she's still doing her thing now. So I put her as fifth.
Yeah, for me, I put Dylan Mario fifth. For me, in my personal opinion, I rank him pretty high, and he'll be in my top 5, like within the UK. So yeah.
Very nice, man. That's everyone's opinion, yeah. Fifth.
I think he's mad. So yeah, sick. So do you want to say from 10 to 5 for anyone who's just come in?
Yeah. So okay. So you're gonna hear more than 5 names, obviously. If you come in, the way we've ranked this in terms of like where people have placed their numbers and blah blah blah. So in 10th, we've got Tony Adigan, Tony Dean, and Mikey Ureta. In 9th, we've got Brooke, Lamar Lee, Kieran Provod, and Olu. 8th, we've got Robia, Tobias, and Jake. 7th, we've got Botis. I hope I got that one right this time. In 6th, we've got Dylan. And in 5th, we've got Jordan. J. Everyone happy with that list so far? I mean, powerful.
Yeah.
There's some powerful names in there, man. Like you can't argue against any of them, in my opinion.
No, you can't. All right, so it's top 4 time.
So top 4 time, and there was a guy here. He's lacking some self-confidence issues. I don't know. Maybe he needs to see himself in a better light. But in 4th, we have Mr. Omar Henry. Yay!
For me.
Yeah.
Give yourself a round of applause.
Give us a round of applause. So out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So out of the 11 of the list put in front of me, where you've been ranked, you've ended up 4th in front. So yeah, as I was saying before, I'm not trying to beg it to you now. Your credit where it's due, innit? I think you definitely deserve to be in that conversation from the work that you've put out. It'd be hard to argue.
4th.
Omar ended up in 4th place.
Well done, bro. But yeah, as I was saying, 4th for me was Jay.
Same.
Jay Hackett.
Yeah.
Guys, is this all time UK?
It's your opinion. Your opinion. Your favorite.
Right
Of
now.
all time.
Yeah, for me, I put Jordan J. Funk 4th. So that's 1 place below like the overall ranking. I think on 5th. So, yeah.
I think for me, sorry, I didn't say my 5th, my number 5. My number 5 is Sheldon. Sheldon Williams, I think he's just changed the game in terms of like bringing hip hop choreography back to where it is. I feel like he's been one of the leaders of it amongst many others. Shout out to Karen and Ice and all that as well. Now my fourth is Mrs. Quality Control, Tally. I think for me, Tally set an era where everyone was like either doing what she was doing or making their own thing what she was doing. If that makes sense.
I hear that. Hey, is there anyone left?
I put Glenn Hudson.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we're going to obviously the same name.
I put Tobias.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put Tobias. I'll explain why I put Tobias. I put Tobias because there is. I know now everyone said it. The way everyone said it, it made me go, okay, cool. Should I put him there? Because technically, is he British? But I'll just say why I put Tobias there, and then I'll leave that in the air for the whole. I'll leave it for what you call it, politics. Tobias for me was the first guy that made me push my levels on how we film things. It's the first person that I watch choreographically. I look at his routines and I like it. Like, not just, you know what Dan I said about, when you wish you was in that routine. In fact, if I'm honest, out of all the people in this list, Tobias and the other person I mentioned are the only times when I've watched someone's piece of choreo and I wish I was doing their choreo. Like, Tobias has that choreo that when I look at when he does it, I don't know, it's sick. And he loves the jumps. He loves the
he floats.
jump.
This guy's constantly like, it looks like he's dancing on clouds half the time.
Yeah, like the way he just moves, like sometimes he just does a 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's nothing hard. But the way he does it, it just looks so. So like some of us will go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, or we'll go boom boom cat 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 boom 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 boom, or we'll go boom cat. We'll play with it. He will literally just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the way he just does it.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. He makes easy stuff hard. Like, it's not even making it look hard. He makes it hard.
Yeah,
it's actually a crazy talent, right? Because even when you just see the guy dance, the amount of moves this guy puts in, like a set of 8, and he's done like 10, 100 moves, and he's done it so lightly. Yeah, that is so hard to replicate.
Yeah. So that's why Tobias was my 4. He was like he was my 4.
Nice. Okay. Is that everyone? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna put another name in that because I put 4th is Patience. I don't know if anyone else has taken her class, but Patience for me, especially like within the Afro, she does her thing. Like within Afro, I think she's one of the top choreographers, in my opinion.
Yeah, 100.
So I put Patience.
She does a lot of like stuff now. No, not MT, but that commercial, no, kind of SD.
No, she does Afro and Hills there.
Does she still do it?
Oh
yeah, she does.
Yeah, she does every week. Yeah, but no, she's proper dope as well. So I should put her in there too.
In terms of oh sorry, I was going to say. Are we on 5?
This is 4.
Okay. I thought we had 6 as Omar. I threw 4 as Omar. With her. Right. So I've got a top 5. In terms of a body of work, just like a body of work over time, I've put like 5th. I put Tashan. Uni as yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, bro. Who have you got for 4th?
Glenn Hudson.
Sorry, I can't hear you very well.
I said Glenn. Yeah,
okay.
Glenn Hudson. Yeah.
Okay. Well, speaking of which, it's funny you mentioned that because in 3rd place we have none other than Glenn Hudson. I mean, this guy easily was top 5 in my opinion. Yeah, like that we mentioned before. This guy is the embodiment of like UK choreography. Like this guy's just sick, and let alone created a whole era of like dope dancers.
Sick.
Yeah, he's
So top 3 time. Who did your man have third?
yeah, he's my third. Glenn was my third.
Yeah.
Glenn was my second.
My third. He was my third as well.
I think my third was Kenrick.
My third's Kenrick.
My third was Boris.
For me, my third was. Oh, God.
I got you.
Oh, I was going to say, my third was Omar. Just because he created some mad set. I feel in terms of the competing scene, you take a lot of risk, like mad risk, and you kind of pay off. So yeah, that's why I place you.
My third was Lamar Lee.
Nice. Lippy?
Oh, me. Oh, was it me?
I said Lauren. But if you want to go, mate, do your thing.
My third was Dylan because he's effing sick.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm not gonna go too deep on that one, but yeah, he gasses me.
Yeah, 100%. Lauren?
My third was Fabian.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, my third was Fabian. Because if there's someone's choreography that I would do like week in, week out, and like continuously go to her class, it's Fabian, her energy as well. So.
Dope.
My third would have to go to the big black man, you Omar. Because especially like in the last year and a bit, especially moving adults and that, I've seen the difference how to you choreographically and how you put things together, and just your work ethic is mad. And the fact that you have this thing of you don't care, I love it.
Okay. Is that everyone, yeah? Okay, so I'm reading the wrong list right now. Okay, so that was third, Glenn Hudson. And in second place, I mean, she was going to be here in the top 3 regardless. It's Jade Hackett.
So Jade is second.
Hackett. Jade is second, yeah. Jade Hackett, second place. I mean, yeah, she's heavily respected by every single person here. So it goes without saying like why she's even in the conversation. So a lot of people had her first, a lot of people second, third, etc. What were you lot thinking?
Yeah, I think within conversation, I think also this highlights a lot for the people who don't know who Jade is. So anyone watching is like, who's Jade? Jade, just look at her body of work or speak to people that have worked with her. I think she just has a way of working. It's just mad. She's just a sick individual. So yeah, I agree with that. Second, I agree with that.
Yeah, me personally, I placed her second in my top 10 as well. Because since I've been in the scene, I feel like she just like Omar said, her body of work's been consistently like mad sick. Like the way she draws in the crowd. But yeah, that's just for me. But yeah, I placed her in my second.
Second, yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's Tobias. Second for me.
I put Glenn was my second.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Yeah, I originally had it like that. He was originally second.
Yeah. All day I've been switching my top like 6 around.
But this goes back to what I was saying before. My top 5, depending on the mood, the order changes.
It's true.
Yeah, 100%.
Very true.
100%.
Very, very true.
But you know, it's important. At least they're all in the conversation, in it. Like, there's no way you wouldn't think of making the top 10 and not include these names.
My second was Kenrick.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ken was my second.
My second's Brooke. My second's Brooke.
It's your second, Brooke, yeah?
My second's Brooke, yeah.
My second was Glenn as well. I think like consistency for like the past 12, 13 years.
Yeah.
like B-Fam. B-Fam back in the day was just another level. And they were like setting a new trend.
Yeah.
Now it's just,
They definitely like carry South. No offense to everyone else. They're like a landmark of South.
Yeah.
Like South London, some of South London's finest. And they've been consistent for years. Like we're talking over a decade, to the point where you can birth a youth company off of the back of their work. That just says it all for me.
Yeah.
You know, last week
I had.
Oh,
No, go on, bro.
I was going to say, you know, last week when we were talking about showcase performances and like people that we would happily go international, like Definitives is definitely that in terms of like, yeah, you take them overseas and like that's the UK, like that's the standard, isn't it?
Yeah.
For choreo, 100%.
Yeah. Second, I had Kieran Proverbs Definitives. And it's like more or less the same reason Dan I mentioned about Sheldon. Like I think this guy is to the core like the absolute definition of hip hop. Like, and obviously this is it's a personal preference list, but for me he is like one of my favorite UK choreographers. Every time I've seen him, I've just like been in awe of like his flow, his groove, everything. He's just the like complete definition of hip hop to me, and that's why I rank him so highly. I think he's a crazy underrated choreographer. And then, yeah, anyone else?
Second, I put Ken.
I think that's everyone. So that brings us to first, which I think everyone's kind of worked out by now anyway. Number top one choreographer the UK has put out in the eyes of us lot, I guess, is Kenrick H2O.
I agree with that.
MBE. I mean, I think most people here obviously put him as first. That's why he's ranked first. But yeah, I think that was. I think that's the right answer, in my opinion. Like this guy's.
Do you know who I'll put first? But then I guess this is preference, and I guess people that look at his work, Ricky Jinks.
Yeah.
I think if you ever looked at his work, this is just recently, like Rick. So in my top 10, it used to be like it's exactly what Biz said. At one point, Tobias would have been my number one, and then tomorrow it would have changed again. So literally, I think, yeah, Ken was my number one. But then when you asked, when did you ask? Was it last week we started talking about this? I started looking at people's work, and I was debating on Ricky Jinks, but Ricky just has a piece of, I don't know, the way he puts things together always guesses me.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like you said, when we're watching videos. Sorry, go on, bro.
No, you go, bro.
Yeah, like I was just going off of what Omar was saying. Like, I think all this completely changed because obviously when we're thinking of these people, we're quickly looking on their Insta or their YouTube videos and this, that, and the other, and you see them and I instantly bump them up, and then you see another one and slot them in, and that's what it made it so difficult. So that was basically it. Go on, Zach.
I was going to say my number one, total personal preference. Mine's Mukta. Like that period, yeah. Mukta, like KI, jump off back in the day, and then like the old school playing sets, like like that's just but I know it was obviously a short period of time, but mine was Mukta. Just like, but that's just personal.
You know what? Do you know with yeah, you know what is with what do you call it, with Mukta? Because I was in such debate on to swap him around, bring him in. My thing with Mukta was, if we're saying UK, he's not in the UK anymore. He's from the USA. He's from the States. So literally on that technicality is what made me have to try and rethink it. But I think I even said to Jack, I was like, oh shit, Mukta. Because I was like, oh, I didn't even think of him because I just looked at it as he's not in the UK anymore. So I don't know.
Didn't he get? Go on.
Sorry. I think it's down to
No.
perception of are you including people in the list from before, or are you including people in the list who are currently doing stuff? So I feel like from the
Yeah.
we're kind of using people
That's
that
right.
are active scene right now, as opposed to people we feel have done their due diligence to the scene. You see my point?
Yeah.
That's right.
And I think that's where it falls the debate. Sorry, Dad, carry on, bro. Sorry, my bad.
No, bro. I was just saying that's exactly. I agree 100%, bro. That's why I asked like now or like just personal like favorite like over time.
So everyone's saying Ken. Does everyone agree?
I put Ken.
I put Ken at the top of my list.
So our top. Do you want to say the top three? The top three of the country.
I
I've gone.
Oh, sorry, go on, Lon.
Has everyone said their number one?
Yeah.
My number one was Omar IMD. I've seen Omar, I know inside out, and I feel like Omar obviously knows me inside out. I've seen him for 10 years, maybe even 11 years of my life, consistently work. And that's in everything, choreography, teaching, just everything completely. I think Omar's like the most underrated, in my personal opinion, the most underrated, and deserves all of the praise. So yeah, for me, Omar was my number one.
Yeah, just to my number one is always Owens, like literally just exactly the same thing Lauren said, except from 10 years, about 4 years. But yeah, just hella underrated, man. Hella underrated.
Oh, and sorry, the only other thing is that no one wanted to teach me, because when I was younger, I was just like terrible, and no one wanted to teach me. And Omar was the only one who was willing to make me into the dancer that I am now. So yeah, sorry to cut you, Kwani.
Sorry, I allow you.
How you feel, Omar? Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't. You know what it is? Do you know what it is? Is I'll complete. I think it's it also comes down to what's current, and also I was thinking about it, looking at it. It also comes down to who you've worked with.
Yeah, 100%.
I think it also comes down to who you've worked with overall, because I think some people would turn around and say it will never. It's like, for example, there's people like Chris. Everyone know Chris Tutter, one of the most underrated dancers I know. He don't dance no more, but I'm like, if you knew him, or the likes of Biz. Like when we had this, remember we had the argument, Biz, about the Unity thing.
Yeah.
Because I look at Unity as you. I look at, because I know the history. I'm like, yeah, I know everyone keeps saying this name, but I'm like, Bismarck. Do you know what I mean? But then, as a debate conversation, that's another conversation in itself.
Kobe's lying. I just want you to know that night Kobe was begging. You're a liar.
Anyway, moving on. Moving on. Can I? All right. This person's not on my honourable list, but it's when Dan said something before. He said retaliation, and then I thought, how can I forget this guy? This guy really doesn't get enough love, and it's Dwayne. Dwayne doesn't get enough love sometimes.
Yeah,
I know he's a DJ now. I know he's a DJ and everything, but this guy, versatility.
Guys,
is very versatile.
Explaining it like very long though. If you've got reserves, I want to hear. If anyone has at least 5 reserves, I want to hear everyone's.
Oh, I have loads of reserves, bro.
My reserve list is
I don't want
All right, I'm gonna go. I need to go soon, but I'm gonna say my reserve quickly. Zach, Rhymes, Jay Revell, Ryan, Jilly, Holly Victoria, Yasmin Hericott, you have no idea who she is. Joe Price, you have no idea who he is. Dennis, Joel, you have no idea. Terry Milner, Ian Harris. Shout! I'm gonna carry on. Show on stage. Lamar, Kerry, Olu, Holly Palmer, Nathaniel Sweet. Okay, I'll stop then. I'm gonna carry on.
The whole contact list.
My whole is gonna be everyone. I want to hear everyone's reserves.
I couldn't pick 5. That's why they're not in 10.
I just made this.
I'll say the names that people.
Or 5 from reserves. 5 from reserves.
I'll say 5 that people haven't said because on my reserves, like most of you guys said already. 2 old school people, Sarah Gordon and Odelia.
She said that on Saturday.
Yeah. They're my aunties, so I have to respect them for what they've done for me. Another one that's always left out, the quiet one, is a Johnny.
He's in my reserve. He was literally 11th for me.
Yeah, I was debating.
He was literally 11th.
And I feel like that was my little quick. I had 5 minutes to make this happen. So there's so many people that I forgot, and I didn't. But you guys all said their names for me anyway, so it's all good.
Yeah,
now, wait. Can I just say something? If I'd now thought about this properly and gone through my list on favorite, I'm just saying my favorites have to be, and this is me just being selfish, and I don't give a ish. It has to be Kobe, Lauren, India. I love their choreo. I love their choreo. If I'm just being like to the point where I trust them over a lot of people. That's me being selfish. If that's because when we was first doing top 10, I thought, we got to think about UK and all that stuff. Also, I don't want people coming for me.
It wasn't too deep. It was just like personal.
Yeah, if it's my personal, I always trust those 3. And another guy, no one knows who he is, Ethan. People need to get to know his name.
I know who he is.
Ethan's cold.
But yeah, these are names for the dance scene out there. People go like, I don't really know them. You probably know Lauren because she was around me for years, and India you probably caught onto. But Kobe and Ethan, get to know their names. Like everyone knows Kobe, but I think they know him as a dancer more so. But a lot of times he's done choreo in IMD sets that you don't even realize. So yeah, those are my people. Them that I go selfishly. And our last one, and I know I said I was going to shut my mouth because he was on my list. And I don't know why. Zach, I'm still going to keep on saying it to you, bro. Especially 2017 set. It always gasses me every time I watch that. I watch it again and again and again and again. I'm a fanboy.
That's the year I choreographed least.
Either way, that set, bro, I watch it and I get gassed. And then my final one, everyone will never think I would mention this person because we always are at war with each other. I love Tashawn sets. I admit that. I can say that. My chest. Yeah. I can say that. I love his sets.
Top 5 reserves.
That was my top 5 reserves. I just said it, innit?
He said like a top 20.
You literally just change your list there and then, fam.
I don't have a top 5. I'm
saying just 5 reserves. I just want to do 5.
Just 5 random ones.
I'm going to randomly call out reserves. Stefano.
Yeah.
Lawrence. Stevie Thompson. Andre Bright. Hager. But I'll stop there. My phone died.
Lord.
Hager. Yeah, Hager. Definitely Hager.
I'll say my 5 real quick.
Just fire them.
Kamani. Oh, my phone died again. I'll just stop there.
Yes.
You're so jarring.
That's hard.
Anyone else reserves?
Yeah, I'm gonna randomly just spew 5 in it. I'm gonna go Stefano. I'm gonna go Shush, Ajani, Nathaniel Sweetboy, and Rhymes.
I'm gonna go 5 reserves. Any order? I got Nathaniel Sweetboy. Nicey, Chelsea, and more. The 3 names. Different. Hello,
Lamar.
I want to say Chantal Dor, sick. D-Mac, Damari, Yolanda Boy Blue, and Stefano.
Stefano, yeah.
Oh, actually, shout out Yolanda. So.
Yeah, word.
Nicey Belgrave.
Nicey Belgrave. Just to alliterate. Nancy Belgrave. Kobe said.
100%. This is why it's such a headache making this list, bro. Because there isn't a single name that's been dropped that like you wouldn't think about.
Like like Olivia, like Kobe. Was it Kobe who said it or Malachi said it? Malachi said it. Olivia, I gotta give her rating. She puts out body of work.
Yeah, I'll put Olivia in like my top 20.
Out of anyone else in this scene, she's consistently putting out body of work.
Yeah.
Every showcase there is, fam.
She deserves more. She deserves more techers.
One that stuck with me is the one that I think you done a piece of it.
Yes.
The one with the jackets. The race set.
Ooh,
the jackets and that. That's what was hard.
You mentioned Kiel. You mentioned Olivia. You mentioned any of the people whose name is secretly round there. Go on, someone say Ashley Banjo, make a joke again. Because my name is there as well. Okay, yeah? Okay. My name, everyone put some respect on my name. Freaking always cussing me and making jokes about me and taking a piss. I have a gap and I'm proud of it as well. But I'm getting that Visi line thing, you know. I'm getting rid of my gap.
No, you're joking.
No, yeah, I'm getting rid of it.
You're joking. Don't do that.
Nah.
Don't give in.
I've already had everyone tell me. I think Mali said it to me once. I had India say it to me. Everyone's told me, don't get rid of the gap. I'm getting rid of it.
No, don't get rid of it.
Bro, it's a proper identity, man. You can't get rid of it, bro.
It's your stuff. That's like Stevo the Madman actually getting braces tomorrow. It will be pointless.
I don't know.
For it now, fam. That's you.
It's been one of those things. You know that everyone wants to get rid of something. My gap is always something I've always wanted to get rid of.
Okay, where's Jenna leaves you?
Huh?
Shit, what if Jenna leaves you? She says, I don't like the fact that you got rid of the gap.
No.
Even so, your whistles were some shit now. You won't whistle as good.
I won't whistle as good. See? Making jokes like that again. Making those jokes right there. See? Making them
won't be giving people that showers when we're talking to them.
Okay, see? You see? All these jokes. You see? It's people like you that give me mental health. It's mental health season. It's people like you that make me feel proud of myself. Anyway, Jack, can you finish off the show? I would like to order my Chinese and food. I've had a fun.
Just to close off, we're going to announce the top 5 as the standings. So in 5th, we've got Jordan J. Funk. 4th, we've got Omar IMD. 3rd, Glenn Hudson. 2nd, Jade Hackett. 1st, Kenrick. H2O Sandy. Thank you, everyone. That was an amazing little list we conjured up there. I want to thank every single one of you. You all deserve your flowers. I don't know if you guys want to shout out your socials one by one or whatever.
I want to shout out one more person. Cash.
Yes.
Big up Cash. Cash is killing it. Cash is killing it. His body of work right now, he's killing it. Not just because of LXD, but in general, Cash Power is killing it with everyone. Yeah,
I've got Cash Power.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right, cool. I'm done. Everyone can see my bio. Everyone can see my thing. So, yeah. Anyone else?
It's been a pleasure as always, guys. Hold tight.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the bit where anyone want to say something. Someone speak. Kamani, speak for us.
He's trying it.
Kamani, what's the next show, Kamani?
So, guys, I hope you will enjoy it. Thank you for it.
Bye, Lynn.